recording there. Here, I'll turn that so you
don't have to stare at ourselves.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
All right. Don't want stereo?
I don't know. Do we want stereo?
You guys ready?
Ah.
All right. Yeah, I do because there's multiple.
Do you have to sing it more than once?
We'll see. You guys ready?
Ugh.
Home slice!
There, see, you do it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
With no practice and everything.
0.
You
There
can
we go.
just feel it, right?
I could feel it.
Yeah. All right. We are Home Slice.
Yeah.
Welcome. Are you going to talk? Are you going to lean in and talk at all?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. So, again, me and Sydney are sharing microphones.
And for some reason, we have to
Yeah.
really get after it today. So we.
Yeah, it's the worst microphone, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are here with Kelly Hampton of Ivy Tech. What's your official job title?
I am an employer consultant with Ivy Plus Career Link.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And we'll get to you later.
Well, all right
okay.
then.
So for now, we're gonna just start off and we chat. Yeah. This is awkward because Kelly's a friend of mine. and-
Am I allowed to chat as you chat? Or
You can
am
chat.
I supposed to
There's
sit
no
here
rules.
quietly?
There's no rules.
Well, you're a 10-word minimum
this is-
or maximum. Excuse me. Yeah.
This could be the icebreaker for you, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lean
this
in.
Is your warm up.
All right.
Sydney, you're got to get in
I
here.
know.
All right.
Hi.
This is very uncomfortable.
Isn't it though?
I think we've talked about it. I've never been closer to another man's face besides my husband in 12, 15 years. Very long time.
All right. I'm just checking my
So-
check my stuff here. Okay. This is.
Oh, I'm using your armrest.
Yeah, go for it.
That's how close we are right now.
Yeah.
It's real weird.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
didn't have gum in, so coffee
Yeah,
breath
we're
for
both
you.
gumless, and we're both coming off cold. Well, you're getting on a cold. I'm coming off of one.
We're
Right?
both getting off of a cold.
Oh, we're both getting
The
off.
kids
of
have
okay.
the cold now. I gave it to them.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
all right.
finally, they've gotten me sick enough over the years. It's my turn to get them back.
Yeah, well, they'll get you back. So
I
don't
know.
worry.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Well,
circle
all
of
right.
germs.
So this is where I don't know. I've never explained it to the guests, what we're
No,
doing.
you never explain
But
anything.
I feel like I
to
have
them.
to Kelly.
But-
This is
okay.
where we're gonna chit chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
good.
that way.
All right. So here we go. We're chit chatting.
Yeah.
We're chit chatting.
So what you been
What's
doing?
new? Let's have a conversation with
Yeah.
just 2 people
Let's
when there's 3
spontaneous
people in the world.
conversation.
Random.
Yeah, right.
So, everybody, Chris is a whistler, a constant whistler. He said, hey, I'm going to peace out and go to the bathroom real fast, and you could hear him whistling in the hallway.
Yeah.
It was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a problem, and especially since Sarah works from home. So the other day, I had my headphones on and I don't know. I thought I was quiet as a church mouse, but at about 2:00, I think she had enough. She's it's like you're so loud. She's banging on stuff. You're whistling. You're singing. Oh, I'm sorry. You can hear that? She's like, yeah, of course I can. You're right there. So yeah, that's. I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
The whistling. I'll just get
Whatever.
better at it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what it'll be.
Wouldn't that help?
I don't know that that's the solution.
Well, I think it's for everyone else and me. I can whistle and they can enjoy it.
Eventually.
Well,
Leading up to that.
Clearly you've been doing this for years, and Sarah is still not loving it, so.
Yeah, true. Okay. I'll rethink it later.
Fair.
Yeah.
No.
I'll write that down. Oh, that reminds me.
File it in your trash can file.
No, where is my notepad?
It's
So-
over there on the other side of the keyboard.
Okay.
The other side of that thing.
I was going to show Kelly my notepad.
Is this your brilliant
It's right
idea
there.
notepad?
Yeah.
You still
it.
have it?
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So, yeah, this is the only way I can accomplish anything.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't get written down,
I want to know what your
forget all
brilliant
about-
ideas are.
it's pretty slim right now. Yeah. I took care of most of them yesterday. That's what I do. I write them down, then I get them all checked off, and then,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is
I like-
ukulele. I brought the ukulele. I can
I
mark
like
that off.
I like the idea of a brilliant idea pad versus a to-do list.
It is a to-do list.
Well, I know, but just the title of a brilliant idea
Oh.
list is just
Then I'm going to do that.
more fun. I don't know.
Brilliant
Yeah.
ideas. Okay.
Is this more effective than your brain bank that you used to use?
My brain bank.
Yeah, you called it something. There was a different
Oh.
term. What did you call it?
Yeah, my mental palace.
Yeah, your mental
Yeah.
palace.
Yeah,
And he would try to tuck things away up there.
I
And
can
sometimes-
access that.
Yeah?
Yeah. That was funny. Lorna, which we had, no, we did not have
We
Lorna.
have not had
Yeah.
Lorna.
We didn't have
Lorna, you're next.
Yep.
Calling it out.
So
What's your schedule next week?
Right.
Let's hang out.
email us at thehomeslice.com or gmail.com.
We're not there yet, Chris.
Oh, okay. Well, no, Lorna can email us there and tell us her schedule. But, like, we had met, like, soon
We're
after.
too fancy.
Yeah.
You just text.
Yeah.
Soon after I met Lorna and them, like, we were talking, they told me where they used to live. And I was like, oh, I showed that house. And it was like 3 years ago or prior. And then I'm like, let me see if I can remember. And I went back in my mind palace and I started like walking through and I was like, oh, did you have it? I was like naming like the little decorations she had. And she's like, yes, I love that thing. And you know how Lorna is. She's really crafty. And
You act like
She
I
was
know how
loving
Lorna
it.
is.
yeah, well,
I've
I looked
never
at
met
photos.
her.
Well, that's how Lorna is.
Oh, you're missing out.
I
Yeah.
know. Did you get to go to what was the party?
The
Not the murder mystery party, but the
last
fortune
one?
teller lady.
Oh, right. You weren't there for that, were you?
No, I
Yeah.
bailed last minute, but I have committed to going with Lorna to see her in her storefront.
Ah, good.
But I heard that
Why
there
am
were
I
a lot
not
of
in this?
Why
emotions.
don't you get into the microphone?
Why am I not in this friend group? I feel like,
We get you
am
in.
I the weirdo?
No.
Is that why?
Oh no, you should meet the group. You would be like far from top weirdo.
Right.
I don't want to be the weirdest, but I want to be in.
No, you'd be right there in,
Okay.
in the mix.
You're talking about get
Yeah.
closer to the mic. I'm talking about be friends. Can we be friends?
No, that's what I'm talking to. We're friends. Here, let me put it down in my notebook.
Yeah.
It goes under, I have a friend section.
Do you
my
really?
gosh.
I tore it out because I completed everything. We just start a new
Because you
one.
became best friends with everybody on your
Yeah.
list.
Friends.
He's eventually just going to have a bunch of little notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
do.
mean, I
Sydney.
make fun of them, but I have
Hood rats.
a bunch of notebooks. Sydney and Hood Rats.
Yeah, they're called the hood rats. Yeah.
I love
So-
this
They
so
are.
much.
Yeah, and they're fun. And then you go to Denver, Colorado, and you find out how weird they
Yeah,
all
how
are.
fun it can get. And weird, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you've told me some of the stories.
Yeah, there was pole dancing by John, the birthday boy.
Yep, there was.
Yeah. There were other.
There was a lot of Dramamine and other substances that week,
Right.
and it
That's
felt
all-
like
Yeah.
a 30-day week.
Yeah, the first day. What did we say? Like the first day was like
It
3
just
days.
kept
in one.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because we got there.
I know you told me about the stupid tour guide who didn't know anything about anything.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd ask her questions. She's like, I don't know.
Like, make something up.
Pretty much. Well, they did. They made things up, and then we'd look them up.
Yeah, you
And
told
we're
me
like,
about the
"That's
blue
wrong."
bear.
Yeah. So, but no, the first night we got to Colorado was we went there for John's birthday.
Okay.
And so we got there and late everybody's planes like got in like around 8 or 9 or something like that.
Okay.
And so we get there and we're in Colorado. So we're all
Doing the Colorado thing.
Yeah, we stay up and then we get up early and just keep going.
Yeah. Well,
And
that
then-
first night, my fiance and I got there like 3 hours before everybody else. And so I ordered groceries to be delivered. And none of us communicated with each
No.
other because that's how we are.
There was like 4 sets of people coming
Yeah.
in.
So I order all of this food and they had buy one, get one free pizzas. And so I got double the amount of pizzas that I thought I was going to get. And then they all went to the store and also didn't communicate with one another.
Yeah.
And so they came back with pizzas. So we had this freezer that was packed from top to bottom with just frozen pizzas, and we didn't eat.
I don't think we ate
any
I
of
didn't
them.
eat pizza the whole week.
Chris
Oh my
made,
gosh!
Yeah, Chris made pizzas one night,
Yeah.
and then they just sat there.
They did.
And I was like,
Yeah.
well, this was the
Yeah.
worst grocery shopping we've ever done.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of thought processes going on.
No.
But yeah, that first day, it was like 3 days wrapped in one. Because I think that the next day after we got there was John's birthday. And so that's when we did the weed tour.
Okay.
And then we did something after that. But it was forever. Like
Yeah.
it was like a day, 24 hours that never ended. And and then the best though was when we went to the Head and Heart concert at Red Rocks. And
I sat this one out.
Yeah.
I said no part of me wants to be stoned on a mountainside
Yeah.
listening to the Head and the Heart. No thanks.
And we're up there, and they're playing some song. Some guy that no one ever heard of was playing this song that just seemed like it should not be up on stage at Red Rocks. You know, like who is this? It's like me at like 80 up there
geez.
trying to
Not
play
Willie.
on a fiddle or something. And eventually, one of our friends turns around. He just says, "This song is longer than John's birthday." Like, you're right. And he said it loud enough for everybody to hear there.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, yeah, that was a fun trip.
Chris also drove us through the mountains on that trip while indulging in the marijuana. And I don't know that I've ever been more terrified in my entire life.
I mean, I
it was
feel like
a
your
one-way.
attention was like, oh, look at that, oh, look
Yeah.
at that, mixed with
Yes.
There was a
Oh.
lot to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And here we are,
We survived.
safe and sound.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you. Enough said.
Oh gosh, that's
So,
awesome.
okay. Where do we go from there?
I don't know. Wherever
In
we
the
are.
conversation or in our lives from Denver?
Conversation.
Well, did you know that Chris used to be clean shaven and very dapper and like gelled?
fancy pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always think about that when we like look at where we are now and where we were when we started being friends because
Yeah.
I was very hesitant to be friends with Chris and Sarah because
Is this true?
well, a little bit because Sarah had like the Kate Gosselin
Yeah.
haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't want any more friends. And so I was like, no, these aren't for me. But like over time they broke me down and then it's so funny because before the pandemic hit, they both just started easing up a little bit and staying up later and being more fun. And I really think it's when you moved into the hood rat neighborhood.
I think so too.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, you guys are way more enjoyable. So last summer, Macy
I don't
came.
feel like you were like uptight though.
No,
No,
but
he was
we
so
didn't
fun.
have like many interactions, so she
Yeah.
could just judge me off of my realtor persona that I was
Yes,
putting out.
and my
Yeah.
mom referred to him as the silver fox at soccer games, and she really enjoyed looking at him
Oh.
while the games. Don't play that. My mom will be so upset if I tell
Would
the
she
world.
now, though? I mean, is this not her style?
I don't know that you are her style anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the day though.
When you were fancy, you were.
When I was fancy, I was, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, Macy came home last summer, and we were out at the pool, and I was like, Macy, your parents are so different than when I first met them. She's like, yeah, they're so different from when I first met them too. She's like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
She's like, it's great. It's definitely weird.
I do think it was moving into the new house and meeting friends. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think we ever really had friends that we hung out with. I mean, I know we didn't. I didn't have to think about it. Yeah, and so when we did, it was just like, oh, this is cool. And, but yeah, the rest is history.
Because
I guess.
that was like about the time that Sarah started getting tattoos too, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like she got one and then she's like sucked in,
Oh, yeah.
and now she has all of them.
She has all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she used to go to bed at like 8 o'clock in the evenings. We'd be like,
Yeah.
gotta make plans early in the day.
Yeah.
And now she'll text us at 10:30, and she's like, you guys want to go to Digby's? I'm like, hey, it's
Uh-huh.
10:30 on a Thursday. No.
Yeah, now you're the old lady.
Right?
You
so
are.
weird. Role reversal.
So, but, oh, yeah. Speaking of which, what are you doing tonight?
Apparently, I'm going to dinner
Wanna
with
go to
Sarah.
Digby's?
Are you really? You
She-
coming out with us?
Yeah, she asked me to go to dinner.
Sweet.
She said dinner. Is it at Digby's?
Dinner, it'll be at Digby's.
She said, do you want to go to dinner to talk about spring break? And I said, if she's trying to get me to go to Digby's, there's not going to be any talking. I'm not going to be able to hear her.
Well, maybe she wants to do a dinner before.
Perhaps.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see. Sarah, if you would just email us at thehomeslice@gmail.com
Oh my gosh.
with your plans for tonight. Yeah. So,
This is if Sydney can get this uploaded fast enough for
right,
you to do
that's
that.
true. And then we got to get Sarah listening.
That also true.
Yeah. Which don't you kind of not want Eric
I
to
mean,
listen?
we kind of need Kelly to listen too.
Oh, yeah. Would you mind? She's a follower. Just, okay, she said
Yep.
yes. Yeah, she said yes.
Am I? I follow this podcast. I don't follow my own fiancés.
Do you really follow this podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's your fiance? What's his podcast?
Oh, it's a lady.
Oh!
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
No, you're fine. Another fun fact is that when I started dating Carly, so I had always dated men.
Wait, I think you commented on our Instagram.
Yes,
Right?
probably
him
about his
singing
story.
something?
Mhm.
Yep, okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm connecting it.
There you go.
Wait, so you've listened to the podcast?
No, she follows the Instagram.
Oh, I see.
I've listened to the podcast, but only for a little short amount of time.
Yeah, I heard the way you say listened.
Yeah.
I could feel the air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ADHD. We'll blame it on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't listen to Carly's podcast because she has sticky spit. It's constantly dehydrated, and I can't handle that sound.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I'm definitely taking water with me so that
Yeah.
other people can listen.
So let's talk about her podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
That's true. You just got to say you don't listen to it.
Yeah, no, I don't
Okay.
do.
But you listen long enough to hear the sticky mouth.
No, she warned me. She said I have
Oh.
sticky spit the entire time we're recording. Don't listen to it. You'll kill me.
Oh.
Do you know the topic?
Yeah, so they talk about the podcast is called Books, Brews, and Boobs.
Okay.
So they read books for I think it's like 3 weeks at a time, and then they come and they talk about the books and they drink new beer and talk about how the beer tastes. Love it. Yeah, she has a lot of fun doing it most of the time, but when it's like a
dumb book.
dumb book, she really struggles.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But when I brought her into the picture, so Chris and I had always been like buddies, you know, we have very similar personalities. And I brought Carly into the picture, and everybody assumed that because she dresses more masculine, that she was the husband. And so mostly our female friends would try to separate us and be like, Carly can go with the husbands and Kelly can come with the wives. And I'm like, that is not what I want.
Right, yeah.
I want to go hang out with the boys. Anyway, so that's been a barrier, right?
Do you feel we do that?
Now, I feel like other people try to do that to us.
So where does Carly want to hang out? Does she usually go more towards the guys too, or does she go more? Okay.
Yeah. She loves Chris Bradford.
Yeah.
I mean-
I love Carly.
What's not to love?
Yeah.
You're pretty fun.
Why, thank you. I love you guys too.
Well,
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm gonna, Paul. I'm sorry, but I'm throwing you under the bus here. My German friends,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they actually listen to every episode because apparently they're good friends. So I'm just kidding.
Who is it?
My German friends.
German friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, German friends.
Hi.
Nice to
But
meet you.
so
Can we make up names for him?
it's Inken and Paul.
Oh, that's better than Paul. Can we change Paul's name?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you can say
I'm
it.
not changing
We
your
say
name,
it with a
Paul.
different pronunciation, like Paul.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
you can do it like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Paul.
yeah, it sounds more aggressive, like the Germans.
Paul.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so Inken texted me asking how old you are because Paul has a crush on you,
All right.
Old.
right?
Very old.
46.
What? I
Yeah.
said 42, so you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I feel bad. So I don't know how many times. Like I'll be talking to somebody, and like they'll say they think I'm young, and I'm like, oh, I thought you were young, and then I throw out my guess, and it was older than what they are. Like, ooh, my bad.
Yeah. I'm going to go with what you said.
Yeah, I'll go with your original age.
An employee at the golf course last summer thought that Chris was our dad.
Yeah. Which I could be. Wait, how old are you?
You would have been 10. I don't know that you could have.
I would have been 4 years. Oh, all right. Let's not get into that
I'm uncomfortable.
story. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
New topic. Sorry, I had my
You
hand
have
stuck
a
in my
fan club.
purse.
Look at you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? Yeah.
A German fan
Put
club.
that down. Send Paul a card.
Well, actually, they may be visiting in October, so I can
Oh,
I can
sweet.
arrange a meetup.
Get him on the podcast.
Oh yeah!
There we
Okay.
go. Ink
You're
and a-
welcome,
ink and a
Inken Paul. It's gonna happen.
Sweet.
Bring the donor. It's a sandwich. It's really
Oh,
good.
I thought you said a donor, like a sperm donor.
No!
Have a sperm donor?
Stop!
Weird real fast.
Oh my gosh! I think it got weird right away. Yeah.
Thanks for listening today, guys. We're ending early.
All right. Usually we try and mix it a little business, but I don't know if that's
I'm not
necessary.
feeling it. Everybody's tired of listening to me move. It sucks. It's next week.
Oh, you're moving?
It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wait. That's, I know, right?
They're probably
It's the worst.
tired of listening to me talk about Digby's and open mic. So
Are you guys?
if you are, please email us at
And,
the home
I think he says this all the time because we don't get any emails.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy listening to the same topics over and over, don't say anything.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay.
We're gonna
Thank you,
keep doing
folks.
this.
Yeah. So, okay, let me check my list here. Oh, yeah. You mentioned it. ADHD. I like
Ooh.
talking about that. Because
I have a purse
We're
full of
squirrels.
Adderall over there that's
Ooh.
helping me out.
so
Can you
our
help a
mutual
girl
friend,
out? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
our mutual friend Brandon, we were talking the other day.
I thought you meant
And,
our mutual friend. I'm like, I
no.
don't know Brandon.
Our mutual friend Brandon. And he said, he has ADD or AD. Which is it?
It depends on
ADHD
what
or
your
ADD?
diagnosis is.
Okay, fine. Well, he has.
You have ADHD 100% because you've got that hyper part of it.
Oh, okay.
Bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
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 Whistling in the bathroom. Constant noise.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Well, he was talking about how when he was on Adderall or, whatever it was, he's like, it's amazing. It's like you're just zoned in and you can focus. I'm like, what? And we were just talking about like it was just some, amazing place to be in your mind. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, oh my God, where I can
Imagine
just
if you
focus
could
on
focus.
one thing.
And finish it and then move to the
Oh
next
my
thing.
God. And not just think about that other fun thing that I just want to get back to. So, but what are the side effects of the medication? Please tell.
Well, it depends. So, Carly and I are both on Adderall. She's on like the regular Adderall that you take once and then it lasts for a few hours and then you have to take it again to get you through the day. I'm on extended release because I would never be able to remember to take 2 doses. And so our side effects are a little bit different. She gets a boost of focus and energy as soon as she takes her medicine. And it tapers off throughout the day. But she also gets incredible dry mouth. So again, why I can't listen to her podcast. She can be too focused sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to pull her away from something if we've got other obligations or whatever. But otherwise, there aren't a lot for her, a lot of side effects. For me, I don't eat throughout the day, so it's hard to make myself eat. And I'm constantly trying to avoid dehydration. So dry mouth if I don't drink a lot of water. And then if I take, so here's a fun fact. If you've maxed out on your one prescription of Adderall, like my time release, so I'm up to 30 milligrams, which is the top dose, you can say, I've maxed out on my dose and I don't feel like it's super effective by the end of the day. And your doctor might say, well, I'll just give you a little bit of the regular ones at 10 milligrams to give you a little boost. Don't do it, because if you take that boost dose in the afternoon to try to get you through the end of the workday, then you don't sleep. And so that's probably the worst side effect for me. I have trouble sleeping anyway. Like my mind just doesn't turn off, and I'm creative in the middle of the night, and so I don't want to go to sleep. So if I take those regular ones, afternoon, I'm up until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But otherwise, they're amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen most of my professional success since I got diagnosed and medicated.
Okay.
I feel like I have a lot of untapped potential, so
Yeah.
maybe I should get tested.
Oh,
Yeah.
How about we do the podcast with a doctor together, and he.
We need to know a doctor,
and that-
though. Who do we do?
Who do we do?
Who's your doctor?
Kelly?
My doctor is in Brownsburg.
Damn
So-
it. Guess we're traveling.
Here we go. Taking the podcast on the road.
But actually, I'm in the process of switching family doctors, and I'm going to focus on getting sent to somebody to do the test. So maybe we can write it in your
Okay. I'll make a list for you.
yeah
Sydney's list.
Sydney's list.
Let's see.
Right?
Sydney.
Yes.
Go to doctor.
Go to doctor.
Did you?
I feel like this should be on my husband's list.
Yeah,
but,
well, I'll
oh
send it to him.
Yeah, right?
Did you ever do the online assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did it say?
I'm off the charts. Like everything, I was just like, yeah, of course. And,
Yeah.
This isn't normal.
every single, there was a few that I was like, no, I'm fine there. But for the most part,
Yeah.
I think that's why like real estate suits me
Yeah.
very well because
Yeah.
the longest I really need to pay attention to a specific thing in real estate is usually an hour.
Yeah.
Like any meeting I have with somebody, it's an hour. Or
You show a handful of houses
yeah,
for an hour, maybe.
you get breaks in
Maybe 2.
between.
Yeah, you get the driving break.
Yeah.
Just to play devil's advocate a little bit, when we came over to sign our paperwork when we were buying our house, our meeting was a little bit scattered because you would stop in the middle and play guitar
Yeah, that
for
did
us.
happen.
And so, the ADHD still creeps in a little bit in your
it does.
professional life.
It does.
But it makes it entertaining.
That's true.
In those situations, yeah, well, friends, and I got you.
And it was like middle of the night and last minute, and we were in a big hurry.
It was that New Year's Eve also?
It may have been.
I think it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were rushing things.
And
So you crashed Chris's party is what happened.
they were invited.
They were invited.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, but I just learned a song. I'm going to go back. I had just learned a song and you guys couldn't leave. You were stuck in my office, 'cause
Yeah, you had a
this-
captive audience.
Yeah, I had you locked in. So of course, like, well, before we do this, here, listen to my song.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
So,
It's like he tricked us.
absolutely.
And
There's no
trapped us.
offer. That's what I said.
Did you get the house though?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
So
did.
see,
They got
it
their
all worked
soul.
out. It
did.
all worked out.
It was pretty awesome. We found a house. Listed it the next day. Listed our house the next day.
She took the pictures because
Yeah.
we were going bang, bang, bang.
I threw
Yeah.
all of our junk out in the garage to try to stage my rooms, and it happened real fast.
Yeah. Because you weren't really like,
We weren't looking.
Yeah.
Did the Adderall help?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Yeah, it did.
Right.
Yep.
That's when you take the boost.
yeah,
Not sleeping tonight.
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my gosh.
And then a snowstorm hit when it was moving time.
Yep.
So and I started a new job. So it was like,
Why not? Why not
yeah,
do all
and
of
just
it?
pile it on.
Yeah.
I'm just eating Adderall like candy, and yeah, good time. He's an effective realtor, though. Do you say realtor, or real estate agent?
When I have to say it,
You don't like that word?
I think I'll say realtor. So however that sounds, realtor.
Yeah.
I put an A.
How
in
do you
there.
say it?
Realtor.
Realtor? That's how.
I feel like it's a very Indiana way of saying it.
Yeah, because there's no I between
Realtor?
L and T.
Realtor.
Realtor.
I think all the
Realtor.
commercials
Yeah.
are realtor, but
Realtor.
realtor,
Yeah.
realtor.
I say
that-
realtor.
The more that I say it,
This
the weirder
dumber
it's
it sounds.
sounding. Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
D's in there that
Realtor.
aren't supposed to be in there.
Realtor.
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 That's what you should start telling people you are.
I'm a realtor.
What
I
was
feel
it?
like
I saw like what's that show? Santa Clarita Diet or something.
oh yeah, the zombie show.
Yeah, and he says
It
something
weirds me
like
out
he
so
puts the
much.
extra A in realtor. I think that's what he said once. I'm like, oh, I love that.
The extra A in realtor.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
okay.
I put the extra A in realtor. Realtor, however you want to say it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
Put that extra A in. Throw a
I
couple
feel like
Z's.
one thing I hate about our job is everybody thinks they know about it. Like,
Yeah.
like you told us your job, and we're like, oh, that's cool, and then
Tell
carry
us
on,
about your
right?
job. Like, we don't know anything
And it's
about
like,
it. Yeah.
oh, everybody hears that the market's going down. I bet, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't, just because you ask me what I do doesn't mean I want to talk about it.
Oh, God. I
Like,
know. Yeah, that's
we don't have to talk about it forever. Let's carry on.
So that's
the
why you
conversation.
hate, like, that other people know so much about it because they want to talk
Everybody
about your work.
thinks that they're an expert on it.
Yeah.
And then when it comes time for us to be hired by somebody, then they think that they're the expert and they get to tell us how it's done, and
Yeah.
they don't. It's like, oh, you lost out on that house because you didn't follow what I told you to do. Sorry. And then it's our fault still.
Yeah. Well, I get,
Anyways.
I get annoyed it's good and bad. It's something easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't always want to talk about real estate. I want to talk about other stuff. Like we have a podcast with 2 realtors, and we hardly ever talk about real estate.
Yeah. I don't think we've had another realtor on here either.
No. And so that's why I just like talking about everything else. But, nobody else wants to talk about. I'm going to take that sentence back. I'm not going to start it.
Okay.
Well, when we bought our house, I just kept saying, Chris, tell me what I'm supposed to do right now.
Yeah.
Will you explain this to me? I don't understand.
I love clients like you.
Yeah.
Well, and we just said yes. He's like, if I were you, this is where I would come in with your offer. And I'm like, all right,
Let's
go in 2,000 higher just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want this house.
Yeah. No, I mean,
That was at a crazy time, too. That was when the market was, that was winter. Wasn't it? Yeah, it would have been New Year's Eve is winter time. Last time I checked.
wait, what?
Yeah, it was. But
She said they moved in a
Forget it.
snowstorm.
yeah.
Oh, man. And Chris promised to come help us pack and move.
Ah.
And he showed up at the very end of
Very
packing
end.
and moving and, like,
Took
stood
some free
there.
stuff.
Yeah, stood there
Yeah.
a little bit, looked pretty.
Yeah.
And then I was like, where did you come from? Got a beer out of the fridge.
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, well, there was a game on. I had to watch it.
Yeah.
You're a dick, man.
I did the same thing to Brandon.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would do that to Brandon, too.
Sold his house last week, and I think me and Sarah were like, hey, we'll come over the weekend on the small boxes. We'll help you with that. And then it totally, the weekend passes, and then Monday rolls around. I'm like, oh, crap. Told Brandon but it was a late
So that
night
wasn't in your
promise.
mental palace, is what you're
I
saying.
chose to put it in the mental shed.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's out in the back.
The mental
Oh, boy.
shit.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, Sarah invited us over for game night. And I showed up and walked in, and there was nobody there. So you laugh now,
Yeah.
but I was like, huh. So I texted them, I'm like, where are you guys at? Chris was like, oh, I'm at the store. Sarah should be there somewhere. I never saw Sarah. And I stayed for what, 5 hours, 4 or 5
Yeah.
hours? Chris eventually came back, and we eventually played Mario Kart. But I was
Yeah.
like, this is the weirdest game night I've ever been invited
Oh my
to.
gosh.
And it's a trick. Like,
Okay, where did Sarah end up being?
in bed, sleeping.
Yeah.
She went to bed.
We were babysitting
What time did she
Ari.
invite you over?
I'm like
It
3
was-
hours before I
Yeah.
showed up, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't like a long period of time.
No.
Where is she? I'm going to bed.
Because I was surprised when I saw the text go out, like, hey, you guys want to do game night? And I think I was still at the store even or something. And
How long were you at the store?
I don't know. I'm
The
making up
ADHD
somebody's
kicked
rules.
in. He saw
Right?
lots of
or
He has
things.
no
somebody's-
idea.
But so I was like, well, we were babysitting Ari. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be fun. And then, yeah, when you text, I'm like, hey, what has happened to Sarah? But she was out. She
so
was done.
weird. I
Yeah.
walked in and it's completely silent, and it's never silent. Like the dogs weren't out, nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Like, have they been murdered or?
Well, we have a policy too. Like, if you know us, just walk into the house because if you knock, the dogs are going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Just come in and everything's fine. So she just kind of strolls on in. Dead quiet house.
So weird.
Time for game night. Prepare. That's what we should do.
This is how it ends.
We should invite people to a game night. They show up. It's like just that scenario.
Cut the power.
Cut the power. Let the games begin. We didn't tell you what the games are going to be.
Are you sure you want to be friends with the hood rats?
This sounds awesome. I'll bring the chainsaw. No, I'm just
Yeah. You
Yes.
might need one. Mm-hmm. We don't know.
Wait.
oh god.
Huh. Let me write that down. Let's see. Game night. Death? Or how do I
Death trap.
Death trap. Thank you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What
Should
else
that
is
also
going
be
on?
what we name the podcast?
Probably. Death trap.
So I was listening to last week's episode, trying to figure out the name for it,
Yeah.
and Eric walked in while I'm like listening to it on low, right? And he almost heard the Witcher prank that we were gonna do on him.
Oh.
I was like, oh, let me shut that off real fast.
Did you say Witcher or Watcher?
Watcher. I
Okay.
said Witcher, but I meant Watcher.
Ah, yes.
Witcher Watcher.
Did you ever see that show, The Watcher? It's
Yes.
Okay. They're moving into a new house.
Oh no.
So, but it's brand new. So when they
Yeah.
move in, I was going to start sending letters
Oh boy.
saying, I'm the first watcher of this house, like,
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's gonna be awesome.
yeah, let me write that down.
Yeah, we got to. It's going to be
You'll know
epic.
how many times, like, she'll talk about something, and I'm like, oh, really? Like, the first time I've ever heard it. She's like,
No. He'll start retelling stories that we've already told on like
Yeah.
the last week's episode or something. It's like, yeah, we know this one.
Yeah.
Wait, how did it end then? And then I end it for him. Oh yeah, you must have. We must have talked about this.
not anymore, not with my
Not with your
notepad.
notepad.
Not with old
Handy
Patty.
dandy, Patty.
You should have a list of like off-topic stories you're not allowed to tell. Like,
Oh.
these are the stories we told last week. Don't talk
right.
about it.
Daggone it. So I'm about to go through and
It's
re-listen.
like we need to get a
listen.
bigger notebook.
Yeah.
We have
You
a
need
lot
a
of
cue card.
off-topic.
There are going to be a lot of these, and the problem was keeping track of these. So like I bought a pack of like, I was going to say 6, but they're just 3. I was going to,
He got a 3-pack.
it was just a 3-pack. But I
He
immediately
did not
I
go to
couldn't find
Sam's
any of
Club.
them. And I'd gone through them all, I'd written in all of them, just a little bit. And then I couldn't find it, so then I had to get a notepad to tell
For
me
your
where my
notepad.
notepads were.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking.
You should get like the backstage pass necklace, with like the
Ooh.
plastic thing,
Yeah.
and then you can just carry it around with you all the
I
time.
love it.
Like a
Yeah.
notepad bandolier.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That just flows off the tongue.
It does.
Notepad bandolier.
Copyright that. I bet you can make big money.
Notepad
Write it down.
bandolier. And I spelled bandolier.
Patent pending.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good work today, guys. Whew, start off pretty empty. Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah. What else is new?
Okay. Because we've kind of been on this topic, I'm just going to start giving you all of my business ideas
Okay.
that are very off the wall. I talked to a friend's husband about this last week, and he actually helped me workshop a lot of things. So the first one that Eric rolls his eyes to is I like to call Emu Winery, right? So your eyeballs got so big. Okay, imagine. Quit stealing my ideas.
No, I'm not stealing it. I just remember something else. Go on, go on.
So, winery or brewery or like boozery of sorts, right? All these random long-necked farm animals, okay?
Sure.
But it's also like a event venue, right?
Okay.
So if you have like a wedding, all of the animals can have bow ties or tutus or something, like dress up really funky, and then you can get totally wasted playing with these random animals. I think it's amazing.
Can you
Noodle
play
Neck
with any
Winery.
noodle?
I've seen videos of people who it was a different winery, but like this lady is on the other side of the fence running, and the emu is chasing her along the fence.
Yeah.
Like seriously, just going back and forth. It's like this is my dream.
I love
We
it.
need to do this. Like fainting goats.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be epic. Ducks, all of the long-necked things, llamas.
I like this.
I
It's
saw
so
a llama
weird.
cafe, or maybe it was an alpaca cafe,
I think that's awesome too.
right? And they're like calm, like dogs, and they want to be pet, so they'll just come up to your table, like,
That sounds amazing.
right?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But,
support
I
those.
my brain started thinking of like the petting zoo at the Columbia Park.
Yeah,
and,
but different. It's
well,
not
yeah, because immediately I started thinking how annoying those ones are.
Well, I
you don't
mean,
want annoying animals.
You don't have to have the tables in with the animals though. You can
Right.
choose to go in there or choose to not. Or choose to stay on the other side of the fence. It's all up to you.
The only problem is emus are incredibly aggressive, and they
Well, maybe we keep them in the far back pen that you can't get in with.
or you get them like bubbles to live in,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we could do that.
and then it would just be a fun game.
Yeah, but like, so the idea, like, I hadn't figured out a name for this. And I was like, I can make it Black Barn Menagerie or something like that. And then this guy that I was talking to kept like one-upping these ideas, and like we came up with a better idea. I was like, "Oh, you're my spirit animal. That's the name, spirit animal."
whoa,
and I
that's
was like,
brilliant.
"Yes." Well, then I saw this picture of, it was like a coffee bar, but it was a really teeny tiny truck, and it's seriously like the whole side came off, and it was like this really fancy looking coffee bar. So I sent it to him. Well, I had sent it to Eric, and he was like eye rolling me. So I sent it to this friend, and he was like, "What if it was whiskey?" I was like, "Ooh, like a pull tab, like your own whiskey kind of thing. That's awesome." And then we could have a trailer with like barbecued meats and things.
This
and then
sounds
we have
amazing.
another trailer for ice cream. He's like, "What if we add like banana pudding and brownies and stuff?" That's just like the dessert trailer. I'm like, "Stop it! This is awesome."
All right.
Yeah.
So
So we keep coming up with things.
merge
Let's do it.
ideas here.
Okay.
Because we've always wanted to, move out in the country.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay away from the words commune and things like that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
But no.
You've heard this, haven't you?
Yes, this is another instance where I got stuck with the women. Continue.
So, but no, just a play place, just that's basically what our house is now, where, we've got everything is meant just for playing around. And, but out in the country, and it's basically a bed and breakfast,
Okay.
but it's just a bed and breakfast with fun ass stuff.
Okay.
So like that would be perfect. Moving that in there. And, trying to think what else.
And that's about it. That's all he's got.
That's all I got.
I feel
Oh my God.
like you
I
have
was
to
looking
have
forward to it.
like
I got nothing else to
put it
provide
on the
for
lake and make sure you have one of those.
Yeah.
It's not like the lily pad things, but like the big. I don't know. I always imagined it being at fat camp. I don't know why, but like one of those inflatable things where somebody gets at the end and then somebody jumps off and
Oh,
you
yeah.
skyrocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in this commune, they've assigned roles and
Oh, God,
responsibilities
that's right. We
to
have-
each person,
yeah.
and then it starts to get really weird. So, I'll volunteer to be
no.
the emu caretaker.
Okay. So, and I can't remember if I
What
even
was your
had a
role
job
supposed to be
title.
before?
Oh, I don't remember. Do you remember what it was supposed to be?
No. I know
Teacher, maybe?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that sounds dumb.
Right?
yeah, you get stuck
You're
with
like,
the
oh, you have a
kids.
special education degree, teach some kids. No,
Yeah.
thanks.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
No, I think you get to make up your own jobs on this thing.
I like this policy change.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so John was going to be the maintenance man.
Mm-hmm.
Justin
Okay.
was going to take care of the crops.
What do you want to be? Do you want to be the event planner? Since this is
No,
your...
that sounds terrible. I'm the
Okay.
idea man. I'm not the follow througher.
Okay.
You could be the...
You're assistant to somebody while you're IDing.
You guys could be like
Assistant
Idea
to the
making.
regional manager.
Yes, yes.
the creative committee, you two.
Yeah, there we go.
Just come up with weird ideas.
Yeah, because when everybody was getting assigned jobs on this whatever that I was building in my mind, nobody gave me a job. Like I was basically didn't have to do anything. That was glorious.
I feel like that just means expectations for you are very low.
Yeah, right.
You can't trust him with anything.
We'll take care of the stuff that we need to do to survive, Chris. And you can do whatever else. Yeah.
You're the fun manager. I
Right.
can do that.
Yeah.
I want to
There-
hear another business idea.
Another one?
Yeah, preferably one that
I
would
want to hear
work well with this.
yours. Not a
Right.
business idea, but your movie idea.
My movie idea?
Yes. You were talking about this on game night.
Is this new to me? I Inside
Yeah.
joke. It's
Inside
fine.
joke.
Chris is an idiot.
Yeah.
I was talking about a movie idea.
Yeah. Where. How was it? You were talking about.
Oh no, the YouTube channel.
Okay, go on.
Here's the thing. Late at night, when we're in the right state of mind, my fiance and I come up with a lot of ideas where we think we could get famous with a YouTube channel. Or we could create a YouTube channel and then we would both get fired from our jobs because of how
Scandalous?
Yeah.
scandalous and offensive they would be. So the first idea was she's very Catholic, I'm very atheist. So our idea was that we were going to have a YouTube channel called Sundays School where we just get ripped and then talk about religion, and she tries to explain Catholicism to me and then I try to debunk it
Yeah.
while we eat snacks.
Well,
Yeah.
duh.
Yeah.
Always snacks.
Yeah. So then I hope you guys don't really take off and then somebody steals this idea from us. The other idea was that we would watch shows on Netflix Okay, you have to help me, Chris, because I'm going to forget how it went. Watch shows or movies, and then we mix them with other genres, right? So like we narrate over them, mute the actual words, and then we create a show that, so if it's like a horror movie or whatever, then we would change it to be a comedy and have like parts where they like fall down or like trip or like, Three Stooges humor. And then you immediately switch to a different genre where it's like a rom-com. And so the storyline stays the same, but the way that the movie is shown or the story is told is through a different lens.
I like it. I have seen some like Instagram clips where it's like Music Matters and they change, like they've taken clips of like Harry Potter and like will switch like a love song in it, and so it makes it seem like that.
It changes the whole dynamic.
I like it.
And I remember us talking about, I'm just not remembering us talking about this.
First of all, Chris didn't like this idea when I first started talking about it, and then by the end of the evening he's like, I think this could really take off. It's like, oh, you let it fester a little bit in there.
What was it? To where you're watching like the same movie, but then we add in the thoughts of a character, you know, and to where it just totally changes, like, what they're even saying. Like you hear their thought and then what they say. Oh my God!
So we were watching.
This is horrible.
We were watching a.
Apparently, I'm not in the right state of mind.
Yeah, I'm not right now either to get my point across.
We were watching a psychological thriller, and it would show like the guy who is going to murder or try to murder this person, and walking around, and he's making these facial expressions, and Carly and I will be like, "Oh no, where did she go?" He doesn't actually say it out loud, but we like to make them seem less scary by making them seem very stupid.
Yeah.
Basically, this is
I
just
like
Mystery Science Theater 3000. Did you ever watch that?
No, what year did that come out?
Long time ago.
I was born in
They did a
'87,
reboot.
so
They
that's
did
a reference I
reboot,
don't get.
Like 10 years ago or something. Yeah, just watch that. We are explaining that show.
Ah, darn.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
cross
just
that off.
a cooler reboot. That's it.
Ours?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good with that. Actually, theirs is pretty cool. It's on a spaceship, and they are, oh, good. I get to explain Mystery Science Theater.
Oh boy.
This was introduced to me by a 9-year-old girl. Okay, that's a bad beginning. Let me start this over. Brooke had a friend that lived next door. when
What
she was
channel
younger.
was this on?
Comedy Central.
That's why I'm a poor kid, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't have the cable?
No.
She didn't have carpet,
Cabinet doors in the kitchen.
cabinet doors,
Windows.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Don't ask me why Halloween cost anything, but no. I'm joking.
Because I grew up very Catholic.
We talk about this
Carly
every
was the
episode.
same way. They
Yep.
didn't have
Yep.
See?
cable, and she wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter books.
Oh, there you go.
Me too. Okay.
I feel like
Carly
you
on
and
here.
Carly would
Oh
actually
my
really get
gosh.
along.
Yeah. Wait, let me talk more about Mystery Science Theater.
No,
I think we're
want
over
to
that.
talk.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah,
I want to
you're
talk
right.
more about not being allowed to read Harry Potter.
Yeah, let's do that.
She said
I
that she
started
got-
reading it in my 30s, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Carly said she got the books, and then her mom hid them from her on top of the fridge, so she'd have to sneak down and get a book and then scurry away to try to read it in secret.
Yeah, no, but the whole thing was that my mom was very against wizards. But guess what was fine? Lord of the Rings. Mom, what the fuck do you think Gandalf is?
Yeah.
Did she
Wizard.
watch Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We I think the first one came out when I was in 7th or 8th grade. We went to the theaters and watched all of them. We're very, very into it. We had the books. We were encouraged to read all of the books. But Harry Potter, no. That is the devil. So
We call that in our house cafeteria Catholicism, where you
Yep.
get to
pick and choose whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she picked and chose. So she thought when I started reading it, I was like, Mom, I can't believe you didn't let me read these books. They were great. And she thought that I was mad at her and didn't want to talk to her because of that. I was like, no, that's just because you're dumb. But,
Your mom might
that's
be
the side
listening.
thing. My mom doesn't know how to anything tech, so I had to teach my dad how to listen to podcasts, and I'm pretty sure he forgot. So
Yeah.
Are you from here?
no.
Oh.
Mm-mm. I'm from almost Shipshawana, so north of Fort Wayne, very.
But still a Midwestern
Yeah.
Catholic. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you should definitely meet Carly. I feel like you guys
This would be
have a
fun.
lot to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah. Well, get her
Let's
in
commiserate on our childhood.
Get the
Talk about that trauma that you've stuffed down deep.
Oh yeah, that's the way of the Catholic. You know, you just guilt, just shove it in.
Yep.
Carly
Cry
tried to talk
yourself
to her
to
mom
sleep.
about mental health one time, and her mom sat there for a second and then changed the subject to nothing. She said, "Oh, what was I going to tell you? Oh, well, anyway, you ready to go into the restaurant?"
That's
She literally
That's a
avoided the
brilliant
topic.
way to end a
Yeah.
conversation you don't
Yeah.
want to be in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That reminds me. What
Yeah.
was I gonna talk
So,
about?
I mean-
well, let's do something else.
The fact that I'm on an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, and see a therapist, I'm sure my mom is just like writhing in pain.
Look at you,
I know.
changing the game.
But doing better.
I like
Doing
it.
good.
Speaking of that, I just bumped up my meds a little bit, and I'm feeling the extra little kick of motivation.
Okay.
So that feels good.
There you go.
Like you went to the
But-
doctor and he bumped him up, or you just decided?
I emailed the doctor and like, hey, and because when they put me on this medication, they're like, after a while, your body gets used to it. We may need to bump you up. And I'm like, about that.
Do.
Give it. And they're like, well, we'll
Mama
do it.
want-
We'll do
Mama
it,
want
but
to.
we won't refill it until you come in. I was like, I'll find a new doctor by then. It's
Yeah.
fine. I just need to get through this fucking move, you guys.
Are you on antidepressants?
No. Why should I be?
I don't know. I was just curious. Sometimes you don't know. Like I wouldn't assume that about you. but-
This is kind of funny. So my dad got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and so guess what? A common medication is for that.
What, fungicide? Oh, my bad.
No.
What is fibromyalgia?
Fibromyalgia, it's like a nerve pain disorder. So it's
My
like
mom
you're just
has
in
it.
pain a lot. Yeah. So they put you on Cymbalta, and he's like, I didn't realize I was depressed until now. Like, I'm just happy. I was like, huh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
I'm adverse to doctors.
Me too.
And
I am too.
like I haven't been to like a dentist for a long time.
You do have good teeth, though, so I wouldn't worry yet.
My favorite thing about the pandemic is that virtual doctor's
know.
appointments have become the norm, and so I don't have to go see them.
Yeah.
I just say, this is
sweet.
what's going on. I've never actually met my therapist who prescribes my Adderall.
Huh.
I like that.
Anywho,
Yeah.
I have been thinking I need to get my checkup. I'm like, I'm 46.
time to get that prostate exam.
Time to get up in there. Get
Almost-
rooting around.
Almost time for your colonoscopy.
Don't get old. See what daddy's got going on up in there.
I feel like rooting around is a weird way to describe a colonoscopy.
I will make it
But also
so
very
awkward.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
going to be
boy.
awkward for the doctor, I think. Not for me.
I mean, you're
It'll be
gonna
a good
out.
time
I'm
for
going to
you.
make it very awkward for him and just like constantly, what do you say? What's it look like?
You'll be out. You don't get to get up and do that.
You should ask, can I stay awake for this
Yeah, can
procedure?
you keep me up? Whoa.
I want to be present for this moment.
Yeah. Can I have some
no.
friends come in? Stand right next
Have you
to
guys watched Dr. Doolittle, the first one with Eddie Murphy?
Mm-hmm.
Anytime, like recently?
No.
A couple years ago.
Okay, so when he takes the dog into the vet, he's hovering around my butt a lot. Like, what's he doing around there? And then it's like, my butt's gonna swallow the thermometer. Oh, there it goes. It's like, well, we have these 3 ways to get it out, or the third one's manually. Not that one. And
It goes up.
then he goes up in there and he's walking funny. That's how I imagine like a colonoscopy. Like,
Yeah.
We should record yours and then voiceover.
Ah, there we go. We get to do your voiceover idea.
Yep.
on your
Yeah.
colonoscopy.
What is my colon saying?
And then it turns to like
Look who's
horror
talking
movie.
5.
It turns into a horror movie.
There's our movie idea.
Don't know about that.
Oh no, this took a turn.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, all right then.
What would
feel
it
like-
say?
I feel like we have a lot of name ideas for this episode. We have Death Trap,
Yeah.
colonoscopies.
I feel like Death Trap also works for the colonoscopy.
I feel like
could.
Death Trap still like encompasses everything.
Yeah.
Death
So
Trap
does a
for booty.
colonoscopy.
Death
encompasses
Trap for
everything.
booty.
Death trap what?
For
Death-
booty.
Like
For boo-
Death Cab
yeah.
for cutie.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Oh,
So
Grandpa.
old. So old.
What's it from?
It's a band.
Oh, Death Trap for Cutie?
Death
Death
Cab
Cab.
for
Death
cutie.
Cab for
Play on
Cutie.
that though. Death Trap for booty.
Okay. Hey,
He's like,
I'll do whatever the kids think's cool. You know, whatever God. I don't know why I had to do that accent.
Me either.
What accents do you have? Start with you.
I don't have accents.
Oh, come on.
Every once in a while, I accidentally go into like a New Jersey
Let's hear it.
accent, like Batman.
Mm,
Like I'll do
mhm.
stuff
Oh.
like that sometimes.
Yep.
Well, what kind of voices do you do? Surely you do voices for like your kids.
I actually do voices for the dog. We're just like, what's going on, Zoe? Like, for some reason, my
I've
dog's
heard that
real
voice.
dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. That's the same voice like
Yeah.
my wife uses for me. When
Uh-oh.
she's like,
Yeah, I actually use that for Eric too.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Kelly, what kind of voices or accents do you do?
We do the dogs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have one dog, but I feel like I would have different voices if we had more than one.
They
Yeah,
all
like-
have different voices.
Yeah.
Yep.
Baxter, the little one, the little asshole.
Yeah.
He's got a Scottish accent for sure.
I can
Like
see
a
that.
grumpy old Scottish man.
Okay.
You know, like
The first
I
time
wanna
we
do it
went
like
over to the Bradford's house and Baxter had his belly band on
Oh my gosh.
with his stupid little sweater. I was like,
Yeah.
what have you done to this dog? Like, you've also.
You've taken his will to live.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they literally destroyed his life. They got a Great Dane,
yeah.
and she's like 500 times the size of Baxter.
Yeah,
say.
I
and
don't-
Baxter's
Yeah.
terrified.
The size of her paw.
Yeah, she's probably like 140 and Baxter's like 4 pounds.
Yeah, and then they put Baxter in this stupid little sweater so he looks like an old man, and then with a diaper, and he's just constantly in a
Is
state of
an
like
old man.
he is an old man.
Yeah. He's a curmudgeon. He's such a fucking curmudgeon.
Yeah. And then you take that diaper off and he just licks and licks. And he's got like he can't like, I don't know, breathe or swallow right. I don't know. But as he's licking, it's the worst.
Gagging himself.
It is the worst.
Ew.
Yeah. But you're like, he's enjoying himself.
Oh, that makes it worse.
It's his only time he looks like he's not an asshole
Is he gonna die soon?
is when he's up in his own asshole.
I love Baxter.
That was such a bad thing to ask. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Baxter used to come to our kids' soccer games and then just be shitty the whole time.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be stuck in somebody's lap. Grumpy. Barks at everyone. Mm-hmm. I enjoy him.
she,
Spirit animal.
yeah. I feel like there are a lot of people who, when they come to our house, they love Baxter. They just like to hold him and pet him. Mm-hmm. And but they hate him too at the same time.
Yeah, you get to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm indifferent. Like, it's not like I hate him, but he's not my favorite.
Yeah.
And it's just
You'll
funny.
learn to hate
Like, whenever I come over to your house, you're just like, here's the dog. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I holding him? He's like, he won't bark if you hold him. There.
He'll growl at you if you hold him.
He didn't.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Nova will bite me if I'm not petting her enough.
Yeah.
I love Nova.
She's so great.
I'm looking at the time. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You got a class.
I do. I have 11 o'clock I got to get to.
A class?
Yeah, it is. It's a master class.
Oh.
I'm teaching it. I need to prepare.
Are you?
No.
I was like, I didn't think you were.
No, I've done that before though. You know, showed up and not know that I was the one teaching and then had to do it. That was fun. Actually was fun. I got through it just fine. It was good. Okay.
But I'm bump.
But let's end it. I'm going to end it with a little ukulele.
Oh, wait. We have to tell them where we are. I don't know our
How about we
YouTube.
thank our guests?
I
by the
don't.
way?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yo, thanks.
No problem.
And thanks for staying on topic.
Yeah.
It helped. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait. What's
go
our
ahead.
YouTube channel? I don't know it.
I don't know.
How do you find us on YouTube? You don't know how to find us on YouTube?
I think we're
Home
the
Slice?
home slice pod.
The Home Slice Pod?
Yeah.
Or something like that. We'll find it.
Yeah.
You can also find us at Home Slice Pod at Instagram, or if you want to email us, thehomeslicepod@gmail.com. Those are all the things.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I was looking at it.
Oh,
All right. Ready?
Do we say it again? Okay.
Home Slice!
That That was like an Oscar the Grouch version.
I know. That was the point.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.